Hi, my name's Dave Foster and I'm the owner of Further Driving and DTE-Elite, a leading driving school and training establishment I'm hoping you heard of. My journey started over 20 years ago and much of it is well documented elsewhere, so I'm not going to bring it into this conversation, but suffice to say I know a lot about the industry. From working originally from a large driving school regarded as one of the biggest to an independent driving school and also a small school in the middle. But I want to talk about what you might want. Like me, you might be working for or have worked for another driving school, maybe a large one or a small one, and you there felt let down, felt like a number. When I worked for the large school, I felt they didn't know me. How could they really, with so many staff and so many instructors? It's not that I don't think they wanted to care, it was very difficult. But I also worked for one of the smaller schools where you'd think that would be different, but it wasn't. The smaller schools seemed to be trying to catch hold of profits, trying to reduce the services they did, including the amount of marketing they did for the driving schools, for the driving instructors, keeping it to an absolute minimum. And I know I was employed by them, not just as an instructor. I'd see emails from instructors that quite frankly bring tears to my eyes, where they were complaining about their being able to afford their franchise fee and how they couldn't put food on the table. Or in one case, Christmas presents for their children. Was it any better as an independent? Well, largely yes, except I just didn't seem to have the time to call the pupils back in the evenings. I didn't have time to build my website, social media and all the other jobs. It just seemed to take so much time. In the end, it all started to crumble. So time back then, I decided there must be another way, something that allowed driving instructors to relax of an evening after a hard day's teaching, safely knowing that the new pupils were there when they needed them, that while they were working, delivering the driving lessons, earning the money, that somebody else was doing things that a professional driving instructor would do themselves if they had the time. That's why I developed the associate or partner scheme, where we do all the things you would like to do, but quite frankly have other things to do, whether that's studying, learning more qualifications, whether that's spending time with the other half, the dog, the cat, playing golf, cooking, chef, kids, whatever, it doesn't matter. You do what you want to do. Because when you're working, while you're delivering lessons, we're doing things like checking the pupils' driving licenses online for them. It's a simple task in reality, but actually it often takes us 3, 4, 5 attempts just to get that little code from the pupil. Things that you don't want to be wasting your time with. Or a pupil who books a test at an unreasonably short notice for you, or double books you across that poor pupil who you've already cancelled several times before. We do all that for you. We provide services such as an additional public and professional liability insurance worth £10 and £5,000 million respectively. Now I know you can get this from some of the associations, but did you know that they are aggregate ones? Meaning that the £10 million worth of public liability insurance is spread across the entire group of 5, 10, 15,000 or whoever there are. In effect, if one of the members were to claim in that year the whole 10 million because of an incident, there would be nothing left for anybody else to claim. The system we provide, it is 10 and 5 million for each and every driving instructor who works under the Further Driving banner, irrespective of what anybody else's claims. And I think you need this. Recently, I've been looking at the incentive scheme, whereby, for example, you get a review, you get a pupil pass, or a competition we do, or a recommendation, or something like that. I'm adding points to you. Points in a way that each point is worth prizes. You can claim these points back to get things like Argos or meal vouchers or a whole host of other things. It's true, you might be able to save yourself a few quid by not joining a school, but do you want to spend your time worrying about pupils, time on Facebook, Google, trying to learn about your website? Remember, we are already number one position in almost every area we market in already. Or would you rather forget about that stuff and work for a school that is fast becoming the best driving school in the country? A school that is doing what Eddie Stobart did to the road haulage industry, or how Disney ranks among the highest for customer service, giving everybody not just that wow factor occasionally, but every time they have a lesson, every time they call the office, everything they do. If this sounds like you, then please contact us soon, because I really want to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope to speak with you soon. Cheers then. Bye bye.